Back with the next reaction. Today, about to react to LIL REESE situation. And you know the problem here, I guess shoot beat up. I don't know nothing about them thing because they say he gets shot in the eyes. He say he's not blind. And I don't know what to believe no more. I don't trust social media no more. So I just be on like just waiting on real answers. Like, even sometimes the rappers like cap that. The person that should be telling us the truth does cap. So it don't make sense, right? So you know it's about Pikachuu, he had a big dog with no leash. Today, but react to the REESE situation, and let's just get straight into the reaction. I'm gonna react to it straight from YouTube. Let me put my phone to charge. Yeah, let's go straight into the fucking reaction. No, let's just get straight into the reaction. That one better. I ain't get a cuss no bad words that. Let's just get straight into the reaction. Straight into the reaction. No bad words. Let's get it, cuz. Let me see, yeah.
Chicago is a wild city. The drill movement exposed the world to the violence in Chirac and gave a backstory to the gang warfare going down on the south side. One of the leading voices in the early drill movement, LIL REESE, was recently the victim of a wild shooting that almost claimed his life. Here's the wild story. LIL REESE is a Chicago legend who grew up on the south side along with Lil Durk, Chief Keef, and Fredo Santana. Growing up on the mean streets
R.I.P. Fredo, man.
of Chicago, REESE was exposed to violence and gang activity from an early age and is
The Green Reaper.
allegedly a member of the Lamron set of the Black Disciples. LIL REESE started rapping at just 10 years old, but started building a buzz when the drill movement exploded around 2012. He was featured on one of Keef's biggest hits, I Don't Like, which peaked at number 73 on the Billboard chart and currently has over 100 million streams on Spotify. After the viral success of the single, REESE started collaborating with major names including Rick Ross, Drake, and Joel Santana. But just as REESE's career was taking off, a video circulated on the internet of the rapper assaulting a woman who was trying to kick him out of her house. REESE acknowledged that it was him in the video and that it was a mistake that happened years ago, but it still slowed down the momentum of his career, and he was eventually arrested for the assault later the same year. He had a number of other legal issues over the next few years that ranged from marijuana possession to motor vehicle theft, but nothing that ever resulted in jail time. But he was eventually dropped from his label after a gunfight at a studio that caused $50,000 to $60,000 worth of damage. After that, LIL REESE went the independent route and kept a low profile for the next few years. He made headlines again in 2019 after he was shot in the neck at a busy intersection in Chicago. Unlike Chief Keef and Lil Durk, LIL REESE never left the city of Chicago and still seems to be involved in street.
I don't understand why he ain't trying to live though. I understand you love your hood. I understand it. But I don't understand why you're not trying to live it. Like, leave it, I mean, like it's for a better life. Chief Keef gone, like Chief Keef ain't coming back now. Chief Keef quit the drill violent rap. He just vibing and living his best life if you watch code. But LIL REESE ain't trying to do this. I'm gonna
activity. He made a full recovery after the 2019 shooting, only to be shot in an unrelated incident in 2021. This recent shooting happened on May 15th outside the Grand Plaza Apartments parking garage in the River North neighborhood of Chicago. When police showed up on the scene, they reported a gunshot victim. Another unit had already caught one of the shooters, who had also been wounded, and they were on the hunt for another man wearing a colorful hoodie. Police also discovered a wrecked 2021 Dodge Durango SRT, which featured license plates that matched a vehicle that had been reported stolen earlier that day. The Durango had been shot numerous times and it was covered with bullet holes. Not far from the vehicle, a security guard was monitoring another gunshot victim who was identified as LIL REESE. Video captured during the incident shows REESE looking badly wounded, bleeding from his left eye. The man that the police were looking for eventually made it out of the apartment building and had been shot in the cheek. In another clip of the incident that went viral, the woman recording the video starts yelling, "That's the motherfucker that ran." A man she's with can be heard screaming, "That's the that stole my car." The woman then points the camera at LIL REESE and says, "Look at LIL REESE out here leaking." The man then yells at him, "Got your ass beat, nigga," and throws up a gang sign associated with the Gangsta Disciples, the gang known to beef with the BDs, the gang LIL REESE is in. It was later reported that 3 men were shot. A 20-year-old man was shot 4 times in the legs, a 27-year-old man was shot in the cheek, shoulder, and arm, and a 28-year-old was shot in the eye. The 28-year-old was identified as LIL REESE, who was pretty badly injured, but expected to be okay. Shockingly, LIL REESE spoke to police and gave a statement about what happened. According to him, he had met up with some dudes who were in the Dodge Durango outside of the parking garage to buy some weed when someone pulled up and started shooting. According to police records, the Dodge Durango had been reported stolen earlier that day. The owner tracked the vehicle to the parking garage of the Grand Plaza Apartments using a GPS device that had been installed prior to being stolen. The father of the man who owned the vehicle went to confront the people inside, and while he was speaking to them, someone from behind came up with a loaded weapon and fired into the Durango. The vehicle sped away, only to crash into a pillar. After that, the dudes inside the car hopped out and opened fire. Lil Reese was in the vehicle at the time and got hit in the crossfire. According to what Reese told police, it seems like the rapper was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. It's rumored that Reese's girlfriend lives in the apartment building and he was visiting her when he decided to have some dudes come through to sell him some weed. They pulled up in a stolen Durango, and while Reese was still in the car, they were confronted by the owner's father and an unidentified shooter. The two other men are in critical condition and Reese seems to be stable. There's a lot that's still unknown about this.
I don't understand this. Like Reese, I know they already tell you this, right? But I want to tell it to you personally that you gotta give me the trick that if one day, but if one day I end up in the streets, in the street violence and all, I want to know the trick on how to survive bullets that. Cause you ain't survive, you get shots in the neck with not a small 9mm now. And you survive that? You gotta give me the trick. Look how skinny you be that, like how you survive bullets that. Like you gotta give me the trick, G. Like advise me, like just in case one day I gotta be prepared for just in case I get shooting or something like that and I get shot. Like I know what to do. You get shot in your left eye, left or right. I don't even care. You get shot in your eye. Tell us the trick. Black people never wanna show the secret, dog.
The shooting. It's not clear whether Reese is telling the truth about just getting caught up in a situation by accident or if he was just trying to hide the fact that he was involved in the car theft. It does seem strange that a street legend like Lil Reese would even speak to the police, although he doesn't reveal anything serious other than the fact the dudes he was with were buying some weed. Blogs and other media outlets were quick to point out that Lil Reese had recorded an Instagram live session from inside a vehicle that had SRT written on the seats, leading many to speculate that this was the car that got the rapper shot. But footage from the crime scene shows that the seats do not match the one Lil Reese recorded himself inside, and it turned out to be just a fake internet rumor. Another thing that's confusing about the situation is who opened fire and why the owner of the vehicle chose to taunt Lil Reese. The guy in the video screaming at one of the victims for stealing his car can be heard yelling, "Do you know who I am?" as if he's affiliated. The fact that he threw up a GD gang sign over Lil Reese as he's bleeding also makes it seem like the shooting was somehow gang related. But the dude was also visibly cooperating with the police and had already called the cops to report the vehicle stolen, which is a major violation of the street code if he's really about that life. Also, the fact that the man was allowed to record and wasn't in handcuffs seems to suggest that he wasn't actually involved in the shooting and just showed up as they were catching the suspects. But who else would have taken it upon themselves to shoot up the vehicle while the police were actively tracking it? It seems likely that perhaps the owner of the SRT recognized Lil Reese and knew he could go viral for disrespecting them while he was lying on the ground bleeding. But that guy might want to be careful in the city of Chicago after doing that, unless he's really as big of a gangster as he claims to be. Another thing that's weird is that the guy in the multicolored hoodie who was shot in the cheek seems to suggest that it was the driver who was responsible for stealing the car. The woman recording could be heard screaming at him, saying that he was one of the robbers who took the car. The man keeps saying that he wasn't, and that he wasn't the one driving either. There's no footage of the other gunshot victim, so it's tough to tell if he's telling the truth or just trying to shift the blame. As of yet, no one has been arrested for the shooting, including Lil Reese. Police say they have identified a person of interest, but haven't made any formal arrests. The two other victims are in critical condition, and Lil Reese is stable for now, having only been grazed by the bullet. This is the second time in less than 2 years that Lil Reese has been shot. Back in November 2019, the rapper was ambushed in his car while stopped at a red light in the Country Club Hills neighborhood of Chicago. That shooting was clearly not the case of mistaken identity because the rapper was targeted and shot 9 times. The attacker followed him and waited for his vehicle to stop at the intersection. Then he popped out and shot the rapper several times with a small rifle before escaping. The rapper was hit in the neck and lost his voice for a few weeks, but was back on the streets of Chicago faster than anyone expected. He even dropped a diss track a few weeks later called Come Outside, where he taunts his ops for not finishing the job. So, Lil Reese has a history of miraculously surviving deadly shootings only to get back to the bullshit not long after. Unlike some of his peers that he came up with, like Durk and Keef, Lil Reese never moved out of Chicago, which hasn't been great for his safety. He's avoided getting into any serious trouble with the law, so it's not clear how active he still is in the streets. But the fact that he's gotten shot twice in 2 years, even if the most recent incident was just a bad coincidence, proves that the rapper may want to reconsider his lifestyle and make the move to LA or Atlanta to focus on music. It's been rumored that some of his friends in the music industry have tried to get him to leave Chirac and settle somewhere safer. But for the Grim Reaper,
he do not want to leave. Chief Keef had Trey, I think. He do not want to leave. Dude want to stay in the hood. And this is just too much. That you gotta leave that.
of Chicago, it seems like it's too hard to leave the streets alone. And if getting shot wasn't bad enough, the rapper was trolled by his internet enemy, 6ix9ine.
Dude just trolling now. Like 6ix9ine always want to troll or jump on cases that not. He just want to say that the fact that he know he snitch and he know people might not listen to him, so he wanna troll to get back this fame, to get back, like, you know, when someone don't have the vibe no more, but they just want to act goofy just to for people to fuck with them. This is why he doing that.
Right after the shooting was announced, the rainbow hair rapper started a GoFundMe titled "Help Reese Buy a Car" with a picture of a beat up sedan and a goal of only $2,000. He posted a link and photo of the GoFundMe to Instagram with the caption, "What happened today? It's not funny. Let's all chip in and help him buy his own car." He also posted a story with the caption, "Pray for him. He stole the wrong person car today," with the crying emoji. He even doubled down by saying how he got shot before Quando, referencing Quando Rondo, the rapper whose crew allegedly shot King Von back in November of last year. He finishes off the diss with another story slide reading, "6ix9ine curse is real. Rest in peace to all the rappers who are in heaven." 6ix9ine and Lil Reese have been beefing since 2018, when the rapper was still riding high off the success of his viral music and his association with the 9 Trey Bloods. 6ix9ine first started beefing with Tato, Chief Keef's cousin, over female rapper Cuban Doll. Cuban Doll had been dating Tato, but appeared in one of Tekashi's live sessions. Tato didn't like that and threatened the rapper to stay away from his girl.
Yo, blood, listen to me. You hear me? You hear me? You hear me?
Tato, along with Sosa and another 6ix9ine enemy, Trippie Redd, then released a song called "I Kill People," playing off a line that Tato said in the video where he's threatening 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine responded with the video, sitting next to Cuban Doll, saying that the GBE boy.
Fuck Lil Reese, fuck Chief Keef. She better get up and take up she dying, because she do not want to beef with them people, because they know they reckless. They know they reckless that. And Lil Reese, anybody that costs Lil Reese get it.
Boys did not live the life they talked about in their raps, even going as far as saying "F Chief Keef" and "F Lil Reese."
2 months, yo, this thing gonna die.
Look how she can get up.
Where I'ma die? Chief Keef.
Look,
Lil
get
Reese.
up, gone.
All them niggas. Yeah, niggas, my nigga. This
Gone.
Treyway, nigga.
After that,
Treyway, nigga. Treyway. What Treyway? You snitch on all of them. All them dudes behind you, having your back, snatching your money and all. You snitch on all of them. All of them. And you wanna say Treyway, nigga. Like, don't join a gang if you know you're going to mess up. Cause after, you might mess up your, like, he can't post his mom on Mother's Day.
All them niggas. Yeah, niggas, my nigga. This Treyway,
That's
nigga.
cap.
After that,
That's
all bets were
facts.
off, and 6ix9ine and Reese have been dissing each other online ever since. The next day, someone shot at Chief Keef outside the W Hotel in Times Square, but missed. 6ix9ine later testified in court that he had sent a member of the 9 Trey Bloods to shoot at Sosa in an attempt to intimidate him. 6ix9ine kept the beef going as long as he could, even rolling up to O Block in the middle of the night to prove
He rolled on the block at 4 or 3 in the morning because you could hear the birds singing.
he was untouchable. Reese and Keef followed up with a video saying that they were going hunting for 6ix9ine, and when they caught up with him, he was with a crew of security and police. 6ix9ine then took Keef's baby mama, Slim Danger, out on a shopping spree, posting a video to Instagram. Except for the shooting in Times Square, the beef was mostly just for the gram and not all that serious. Although, if 6ix9ine wasn't constantly rolling around with security, things might have gone differently. The rapper continued trolling Lil Reese and Keef.
No matter how much you troll, I ain't gonna lie to make me laugh now, but no matter how much you troll, he's untouchable cause of the securities, dog. But if he was like rolling with like gang members, trust me, would I have a shootout, a gunfight? I'm not saying he would have get killed, but he would have get scraped.
Even after he was released from prison for informing on the 9 Trey Bloods, Lil Reese pulled up on 6ix9ine's live when he disrespected King Von after the rapper was killed and accused Lil Durk of sacrificing his friend for clout. Reese and his associate clowned 6ix9ine for being an internet thug who rolls around with security, and 6ix9ine just keeps asking them who was the last person they killed. 6ix9ine was clearly still salty about that exchange, which is why he went so hard with the diss.
I don't know. like when you say who the last person you killed, I have a feeling dude working for the feds died. Like, what you asking who was the last person you killed on live? Dude working for the feds, G. Like, it's impossible, like. You think I'm gonna really tell you what the last person I killed on live? Knowing you just snitch your own gang? And you probably may snitch me after? Stop it, G. Stop working for the
This
feds.
is when Reese was shot. Thankfully, it seems like Reese is gonna pull through. He may end up with some damage to his eye, but according to reports, the bullet only grazed him and didn't go deeper into his head or brain. Hopefully, Reese will take this as a wake-up call and leave the streets of Chicago alone for good, before he loses his life in another random shootout. If you like this video, check out some of our previous videos.
I ain't cap. If LIL REESE leave Chirac, and he gotta go somewhere and just stay calm and just focus on music. Cause he music dope. He gotta focus on music and yeah, get your leg straight. Cause we lost Ken Varner, lost Pop Smoke. Like we lost too many cold rappers that leave the streets ain't safe, like how they say. But yeah, you know, use the boy Pikachuu. Yeah, the big dog with no leash. Catch me on the next reaction. And let me put back on the light for y'all to see me on last time. Shut that braid now. The ring light braid. Don't know. Gang, we out.